right, ladies and gentlemen, I am joined here by Shannon Strydom, and you of course you've been busy this year, but of course you've got an even busier calendar towards the end of the year. Shannon, before we even get into the interview, how are you doing?
Very good, thanks, Hayes. How are you doing?
I'm good. Nice to see you, and obviously good to hear from you. I promised the audience that we will be hearing from you soon, and here we are today. I'm not going to mention where we are because it's been a common place for a lot of my interviews lately, but let's talk about all the boxes. Let's maybe start off with Frank the Tank. Let's see what's coming up for him. Have you got any announcements yet? Can you say anything?
So he's fighting on the 15th of November, Boxing 5 show. Opponent will be confirmed this week. We know who he's fighting. We're just waiting for contracts to be signed. And then, looking at getting him out one more time this year. He's obviously won the IBF belt in May, which is a great achievement for him. And the SA title, he's number one currently in South Africa. So we are mandatory number one to fight for the SA title. The champ, Nkosisi Nkipile Sibisi, just fought on over the weekend, and I heard that the belt will be going vacant. So we next in line to fight for the SA title. So God willing, we win this fight on the 15th of November, which we will. We're going to challenge for the SA title early next year. So it's really exciting to see Frank, achieve so much in like a short space. When he joined me, we had a plan. And I said to him, "We're going to get you back in the ratings. We're going to get you to number one, and we're going to fight for the SA title." And thus far, everything has played out just like couldn't have written the script any better. So now it's up to him to win that belt next year. Well, first get past the 15th, and then win that belt next year. And then I know I've taken him to pretty much the pinnacle for his career.
All right, that's fantastic. I mean, it was a reality that him and Sibisi might have fought as well, if not for Sibisi signing for No Doubt Management. But as Colin always says, you can always steer two guys in two different directions. There's many options. Now that you've seen Sibisi and what he's done, what do you think about him?
Yeah, I think he's a really good fighter. I think he's young, he's tall, he's athletic, he's a good boxer. But I'm gonna back my guy, Frank. I still think Frank beats him, even though we're kind of under the same banner at the moment. But that fight most likely won't happen next because he's gonna relinquish the belt. He just won the IBF belt. Congratulations to him. So if that fight does present itself in the next few months or years, we'll definitely be down for it.
All right, and then I saw Almighty Creed Moyo is back in camp. In fact, he even broke a bag in half the other day. He's really wanting to get in the ring and make a statement. I know he's come back with a comeback win already, but it's time for him to get back on a trot. What's coming up for him?
The big fish is back. We had him come back on the 23rd of August, which he won. He disposed of Monkey Duka, I think, in 4 rounds. And it was nice to get over his last performance in March, which unfortunately we lost. And you know what? I need to take full blame for that loss. Bagwazi came in 5 kilos overweight at the weigh-in. It should have been up to me to say, you know what, I don't want this fight. But the kid needed the fight. He needed the money. Fans and everyone bought tickets for the event. So I was stuck in a difficult position, but you know what? Could have, should have, would have. It's water under the bridge. We've come back with a stoppage win, and we're fighting on the 6th of December, Ground Up Promotions in Cape Town against the seasoned campaigner Antonio Mayala, and we expect a tough fight, but Creed's looking very sharp. He's more motivated than ever before. Come 6th of August, we're going to dispose of Mayala inside the distance.
Well, let's talk about Antonio Mayala really quickly. Obviously, having a draw against Jabulani Mckenzie. A lot of people said it wasn't a good Jabulani Mckenzie that pitched up that day, but what's your take on Antonio Mayala?
I think he's strong. I think he's durable. I think he's definitely a young guy he's 46 years old if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
But he's definitely not 46. I remember 2016 we went down to Eastern Cape. I went with Sean Smith. We fought him with Tools and Benge. Tools knocked him out in the very first round. After that he came back. He broke Jared Silverman's nose in 2018, beat Jared, and he's had a couple of wins, losses after that, and he's a tough fight, but it's a right fight for Creed, and like I said, I think we dispose of him inside the distance.
We went on to the subject of Jared Silverman there, and there's been a lot of talk on social media. I don't think anyone in the boxing circle has been able to avoid sort of the noise behind the call-out that Jared Silverman has for Estia Papers. Estia, of course, responded to him of the initial call-out from Jared Silverman. Silverman reignites the flame now recently with an interview that we did. What's your take on the whole situation, how it's playing out, and whether or not we can actually get the fight going?
Well, I think he's an idiot, if I must be very honest with you. I think he's a complete and utter idiot. Like, you don't handle yourself like that. You handle yourself like a true professional. It's a true professional sport, and I just think the way he handled it was wrong. Always liked Jared, but I mean, it was unnecessary. Like, writing that on your shirt, talking trash. I suggest you come back from America. Well, I suggest you learn the business side of boxing, because no promoter in the world, never mind South Africa, is going to pay you more than 40,000 rand just because you're not worth that. So we don't need him. He needs us more than we need him, to be honest with you. We have our path set out. We've got plans overseas, and when that fight presents itself, we will fight, but we will fight when we tell you to fight. So not the other way around. So keep training, and yeah. That's what I got to say, to be honest with you.
So this fight is, of course, on yours and Estia's terms when you feel that it's the right time and place to put it on.
Yeah, correct. Like, because he called us out doesn't mean you have to jump to it. Yeah, it's an exciting fight, but like I said, we now have to drop all our plans just because Jared Silverman wants to fight. It doesn't work like that. Stay in your lane and just wait.
And I think I'll be catching up with Estia soon to discuss his plans and what he has, so people also need to keep tuned in for that, because he's also, as you mentioned, you guys have plans and he's got plans and he wants to kind of like sit down and talk about it, I suppose, for the public, because there's a lot of interest in how the situation plays out. So it will be interesting to hear his perspective on it. But from your perspective on Estia, like, where is he in his career and like what do you want to do with him?
I mean, Estia's never fought more than I think he's got 4 fights. He's fought 4 rounds. He's never been past the first round because he's knocked everyone out in the first round. So he's young. We're still building his career, and we're in control of his career. So we're gonna have fun with his career as much as we want. Like, there's interest from overseas, in the States, and that's where we're gonna. That's where he's gonna fight on the US platform, and we'll bring him back early next year to fight locally. And then when that fight presents itself, we'll be ready to fight. But we're not gonna just fight because you say you want to fight. We'll wait for the contract.
All right, fantastic. And then obviously, because that's Estia Papers, we'll find out from him really soon. And then just moving on to some of your other boxers, Globe. Globe obviously joined you. He's been doing really well in training, been learning a lot from some of the other guys in sparring. What's on his menu?
So, fantastic talent. Amazilele Globe Dae. He's currently 4-0. He was meant to fight on the 2nd of November in the Eastern Cape, but unfortunately that fell through. He's in camp, he's still training, learning and growing so much. I've seen a lot of growth the last 6 months. So you know what, he's still young. We've got age on our side, and I'm gonna keep ticking over with him. Might fight 30th of November in the Eastern Cape. We're waiting for confirmation. We'll probably find out this week. And then, yeah, he's been learning from the likes of Pumalela Kafu, Siko Nkotole, Landile Ngeke. There's no better guys in the country to learn from. So he'll grow from strength to strength as time goes. And yeah, he's going to definitely be a force to be reckoned with in the bantamweight division.
Yeah, it's another one of the exciting names on the bantamweight. A lot of good talent in and around that division. Let's put it that way. And you just mentioned all the sparring partners that he has, so it's going to speed him up quite fast. But just moving on from Globe, there's a lot of fighters that are currently under your guys' wings and what you're doing. But Chris the Wolf Thompson just came off a massive win against Sean Potgieter, 2-time South African heavyweight champion. You obviously have options with Chris. What option are you going to take?
So yeah, that was probably my sweetest victory yet because of the whole history of the fight and luck. So very proud of Chris becoming 2-time SA heavyweight champ. We wanted to be out once more before the end of the year. It didn't look likely, but I'm not going to announce anything yet, but we have signed a contract to fight. It will probably be announced in the next day or two. So we are fighting an international fight on a nice, good platform. him, and luckily he's been in camp. He's been training since his last fight, so we're not caught off guard. So we're going to give it a go, and then hopefully early next year we can do the rematch with Sean, because that's also on the cards. That's also a fight we want to do it again. But we want to get past this, come back early in the new year, do that fight, beat him again, and then see where we go from there.
All right, fantastic. And I know that I don't know if they are. I mean, Hisham and Koba, they train Apex boxers, but you also in the mix at Apex as well.
Yeah, of course. I see Koba, Hisham, Luke, Leo. They're like brothers to me, So like, I go back with Hisham many years. I look up to him, even though he's younger than me. We've grown together, I would say, in the sport, and always having a helping hand for Hisham. I rate his ability as a coach, and on the 2nd of November, Luke Hendricks and Leo Corretti, they're going to be victorious, and expect him to win well.
I was just going to say, because they both got really hard fights. I mean, it doesn't get easy on Aquila boxing promotions, but they're going to have to face adversity, but they will be better for it.
Definitely, like Luke's 4-0 at the moment. He's fighting Sabelo, which is a tough fight, but I think he's going to be too slick and too flashy for Sabelo. Sabelo's good, flat-footed, strong, but Luke is. I think Luke will have his number. Leo, tough fight, throwing a bit into the deep end, but I've seen the boy swim, and he can swim. So Jackson Captain, tough fight, but I've told Hisham in the week as well. I see Leo sparking out Captain in devastating fashion.
And keeping one more fight at the Apex gym, Boyd Allen, he's taking a dip back into MMA again. What do you make of that decision?
The general. He is, Boyd is such a great guy. Like, I look up to him in so many ways. We've come a long way since, he was my coach when I had an amateur MMA fight in 2011. He almost got my neck broken. I still tease him about it today. But very excited to see, I think he's 3 weeks out. So really excited to see him back in the cage, and I know he's gonna dominate and wins this fight, and then he'll fight for the belt next. And then maybe after that he'll transition back to boxing again, which he wants to. Great athlete, and looking forward to seeing him back.
And Shannon, obviously, as I said before, your stable's busy, Colin's stable's busy, your collective stable is really massive. Is there anyone else that I have forgotten that maybe you wanted to bring up?
There's a lot going on at the moment. We have Colin obviously signed Neke, IBF. He'll be fighting for the IBF world title. Just got announced last week, so that's another project we have on our hands. Kafu's on the comeback. Sivanati's on the comeback. 15th of November. Siko Nkatole, 15th of November. Lorato Dlamini, 15th of November. Frank Sotomela, the Kalengi brothers, Jason Mehdi, Asim brothers. So there's a lot to look forward to. We're really busy. The next the next 8 weeks till the end of the year is going to be. I think there's boxing from the 25th, the 1st, 2nd, the 8th, 15th, and then obviously the 29th, and then the 6th of December. So literally every weekend. So we're here for all of it.
Yeah, it would be nice if we had boxing every weekend. That's how it used to be back in the days, and I suppose if we can take small strides towards that. I know it is end of the year now, so everyone's sort of putting in their tournaments, and of course Katlego Kanyisa is fighting Ishmael Kadri as well.
Sorry, I'm actually completely missed that. Katlego Kanyisa fighting Jonathan Latango. He's going to retain his IBF Africa belt. Tough fight, but Kat is quite special. And Ishmael Kadri, he's back. I saw him last week. He's back from Cape Town. He's in camp. He's looking sharp. He's been doing great work with his coach in Cape Town. And there's also a big announcement loading for him next year. So, like Colin says, keep your eyes on it. There's some exciting stuff to be announced soon.
Awesome, Shannon. Then just lastly, do you want to give any thank yous, any shout outs to anybody?
Thank you to you, Hayes. Always, first shout out goes to you. Always making the time. People don't see the effort that you put into the sport, so it really never goes unnoticed or unseen. And then then to all my partners, Colin Nathan from No Doubt Management. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in this position today. So I'm really grateful for him. Larry Weinstein from Boxing 5 Promotions, giving my guys opportunities. I'm really grateful for him. And then just everyone in the gym, everyone that supports us. Chris Morrow, also shout out to him. He's been growing from strength to strength as a coach, and nice to see him grow in front of us. And then just a big shout out to the Apex Gym, Boyd Allen, Hisham, Luke, everyone there for the support. Same. Without them, none of this would be possible. So really grateful for everyone. Much love always, guys.